How many times have you been having a phone conversation with someone who is driving, only to have their end of the line abruptly go silent? We always think, loss of signal. They must have hit a dead spot. And a lot of times this is true. But there's also a good possibility they could have been involved in an accident due to the distraction of the cell phone while driving. Distracted driving is a serious issue, and cell phones are rapidly becoming one of the leading causes of distracted driving. The National Safety Council believes that 28% of all accidents in 2008 were caused by cell phone usage, be it texting or talking. They also say that over 1 million accidents this year have been caused by cell phone usage, and that's one every 26 seconds, and quite a lot. It's a problem. It's a serious problem that could not only cause a fender bender, but could cause a serious accident. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that using a handheld device can increase your odds of getting into an accident that will cause you bodily harm by 4 times. And none of us want to get hurt, and none of us want to hurt anybody else. So we really need to do something about this. We really need to do something about the problem that is people using cell phones to talk and text while driving. There are a variety of things we can do to solve this problem. One of the things we can do is just encourage people to turn their phones off while they're driving. This is a great idea. If you turn your phone off while driving, beep, you're done. You don't have to worry about text, you don't got to worry about phone calls, you don't got to worry about beeps, boops, your battery going dead, anything. It's off. This can allow you to focus more wholeheartedly on the task at hand, which is operating a motor vehicle. Problem with this is that it comes down to the individual person. Most of us just aren't willing to become that detached from society for any amount of time. Another option to consider would be to install a software or app onto your phone which will not turn off your phone but will block incoming calls and text while you're driving. These programs do this by using the GPS to determine motion or by using cell phone tower triangulation to determine motion. These are great. Most of these apps are very inexpensive and fairly easy to use. David Pogue, writer for the New York Times, checked out some of these, including Eyes Up, Text Blocker, Cell Safety, and Zoom Safer, and said that they worked pretty well. He also said that most of these apps were designed for parents for their children or for bosses for their employees. I don't see them as necessarily being developed for the user. Problem with that is it's once again comes down to the user. That's someone paying money for an application that they have to install, configure, and everything that basically just makes their phone useless while they're in motion. Now, I'm not saying that not everybody would use this, but I'm saying that as far as the individual goes, more than likely, it's not going to be something that they're going to look into. The third option, and one that's an option that I believe we really need to be looking forward to and really trying to promote for the future, would be having this technology built into the cell phone itself, be it a hardware or be it a software as in the core operating system feature of the phone. By having this included on the phone when you buy it, it's something that will be a lot less difficult to use. It'd be seamless. It'd be something you'd already have. It'd be a safety feature of your phone. It would be something that you'd be able to turn off, although not while driving. So if you were riding as a passenger or on a train or on a bus, you'd still be able to use your phone for all those fun things like looking up useless facts on the internet and sending texts about what you did last night. But at the same time, I think that if it was already included on the phone as a safety feature, that many people would be much more likely to leave this feature enabled as opposed to disabling it, to basically make their life safer, to give them a heads up when driving over giving them a distraction while driving. Now, as far as I know, no cell phone companies have done this yet, but I do believe that if this problem continues to persist, that the people can ask for it, or maybe the cell phone companies will become smart enough, or the core operating system programmers will become smart enough to think to put something like this into the very base of the phone. Driving distracted is a problem, and cell phone usage is becoming an increasingly large contributor to this problem. It causes a lot of accidents, especially ones that could be fatal, and it really causes a lot of stress for people as well. We need to tackle this problem, be it through encouraging people to turn off their phones, encouraging people to use applications that will prevent phone calls from coming through and texts, or by encouraging the cell phone manufacturers themselves to include an option on their new phones to prevent this from happening for us. I don't know about you, but when I get behind the wheel, I don't use my cell phone. But at the same time, I still worry. Every time I look down and see it, I think about the person next to me who is talking on their cell phone. And I worry about the people around me who may be affected by this person and their distracted driving habits.